ATV Offroad Fury is rated E for everyone and contains no troublesome content. Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play ATV Offroad Fury 1. In the last episode, we took care of trainings. In this episode, we're actually going to start the pro career. Now this installment in the ATV Offroad Fury franchise is the one with the least amount of stuff to do. You really can only do only the national races in pro career. There's nothing really else to do with that. So you can do the nationals, you can do the supercross and freestyle and enduro, but when it comes to pro career, you really only do the nationals. I've kind of thought about this, and for the most part, because of the fact that you really only get the nationals in pro career, I have decided that I don't think I'm going to be doing pro career in this, for the small sense that, I mean, it only covers the nationals. I mean, it really only covers the nationals. So if I don't want to know if I want to do pro career or not. So for the sake of this, we'll just do pro career, because then we can unlock the later tracks after the ones we currently have. Because if we try and look at our tracks, I think we can select our tracks right now. We only have Presidio Park, Chateau Halifax, Yucatan Dunes, Lexington Trail, and the Badlands is locked. So anything after Lexington Trail we don't have access to. I mean, I know there's a cheat you can enter to unlock all the tracks, but I feel like, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and go to the pro career then, and start our wonderful ATV Offroad Fury career. Let's pick a wonderful name, one that is not Player 1. If I could delete, thank you. Let's go ahead and do Winner, because that's always a good one, right? That's always a good one. Or excuse me. Oops. No, that didn't mean to do that. Come on, let's do E-I. Because now I'm a wiener! Oh gosh, I need to grow up. Shark Tail, everybody! I'm not a nobody, I'm a wiener. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start our pro career here. The interesting thing about pro career is that you need to pick your gear and stuff immediately. Like, you can't sit here and think, oh, I'll start it now and then change it later down the road. When you start your pro career, you actually don't have a chance to change your stuff. So whatever you stick with, that's what you stick with. So we're gonna go through the list. I think there's probably a good ATV somewhere. It might actually be the Ravage Talon right here, but I don't know. We'll find out. Let's take a look at this. There's quite a few ATVs here, but they all really don't do much. Some of them just kind of look different. That actually, no, that's just a lot of traction on it. And the sad thing is that you don't actually get a choice to color your four-wheeler, so unfortunately, you have to deal with what they give you. That is some terrible traction. Ugh. Ugh, I might actually... Don't mind that. Don't mind that. You know what? I found the ATV I want. Because everything's maxed up. That seems like a good choice. So we're going to go ahead and choose our gear here. Let's see, what color looks good? I mean, because I gotta be really fashionable if I'm going to ride everything. Let's do black. Let's answer the black. Right. That seems good. If we hit circle and go to the garage, you can go ahead and change some of the stats here. But for the nationals, all the national stages really don't require any. I mean, I personally wouldn't really do so. We won't really be tweaking any of the specifics until we start with the supercross. So with that being said, with our wonderful skills, four-wheeler, and gear, because the gear is the most important part, don't know if you know that. Let's start our first race at Presidio Park, where we hit the X button and we race with an exclamation point. And here they will remind us exactly how to play the game, because, you know, who doesn't know how to play a game? It's actually kind of funny. Some games will let you like use R2 or L2 for like acceleration, or like the control sticks for acceleration, and I've never really understood that because I've always been used to pressing the gas button as X. But anyway, 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to Presidio Park. It kind of looks a lot like the practice arena. In fact, I think it actually might be the practice arena. No, I don't think it's the practice arena. But this is the easiest one of them all so far. As you can clearly tell in the top left here, we have almost a 2-second lead in first. I think that's actually kind of remarkable. We'll do a trick for victory. Don't crash. Yeah, but there's nothing really to this particular race. The races after this are a lot trickier than this one is. This one's not really too tricky. There's nothing really to it. In this one, this is pretty much the first one where speed is pretty much a deciding factor in the entire race. As you can clearly see, I am almost 4 seconds ahead. It might be the fact that I've got the best four-wheeler so far. I must admit though, my four-wheeler is kind of due to the fact of cheating. I kind of inputted a cheat to get this four-wheeler, but the reason why is because this game is actually a little bit more difficult than meets the eye a little later in some of the other later tracks. It can get pretty tough. In fact, when I first played this game, as opposed to games later in the series, this game is, in my opinion, a little tougher, mainly for the fact that some of the tracks in this game aren't all speed related, and they do require a more technical view of the track, but yeah, I guess I'm just talking over me winning immediately. That's why my name is Weiner. In case I ever lose, I can still call myself a Weiner, even though I am in the lead and I don't ever see me losing at all. But for this particular race, it's not that difficult to do. Even with the lower tier four-wheeler, this track is pretty simple. The next track is a little bit more on the tricky side, but yeah, whatever. I didn't actually think this track would take near as would be this quick, but we're almost done with this track. It's almost difficult to say. Let's pull on our trick, shall we? Yeah, I'm actually waiting for that one moment I missed the trick or something like that, end up crashing. And I just now noticed we're 8 seconds ahead! Sheesh! I didn't think we did be this good. I mean, I'm not gonna say that my four-wheeler takes any kind of credit with this race. It's all me. I mean, it's obviously the gear. The gear does it. We're gonna do another trick, and I'm just gonna do tricks for now. Why not? I'm pretty sure if I crash, I can still win this race. Oh, I love you, Ravage Talon 1000, whatever you were called. Ravage 1000cc, something like that. But I noticed that this four-wheeler is actually really good, not just for the fact that I'm almost 10 seconds ahead of the people behind me, but also for the fact that I can sit here and drive like this, like a maniac, and still, nope. Okay, maybe I shouldn't, you know, sit here and gloat about the fact that my four-wheeler is the best four-wheeler in the world. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe not. Let's do a really cool turn. And you know what? Just for the sake that I like kind of being a little bit more narcissistic than anything, let's kind of slow to a stop before we pass the finish line. And let's wait for everybody. We could see them coming. Haha, suckers! Woo! We got first place! We got first place. My longest jump was 176 feet. Now, this is traditional to a lot of tournament-based games, like racing games and stuff like that. The higher your position, the more points you get. The more points you get means you have the ability to stay in the tournament, regardless of what standing you are. So the lower you place, the higher the requirements for the next race are. For example, if I were to get third or second, something like that in this race, the next race would require me to maintain second to continue the tournament. Or if I scored fifth, and I'm doing really good, and then I decide to still look, I'm stopping. I'm such a jerk. But if I were to get fifth while I'm doing really good, the next race might require me to get second or something like that. So basically, depending on how you place, determines how easy it is to qualify for the next race. But for this one, we pretty much got it good. We got it made. This was a rather easy track, even with any kind of four-wheeler for that matter. The next track, I think, is Chateau Halifax. It was a little tough, but we'll save our data to the thing on memory card 1. Save successful. And that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play ATV Offroad Fury. I know this is a short episode, but one of the reasons is because this is going to be a race per episode for this series, because I feel like that's the easiest way for me to gauge just how long it'll take me to finish this game. So in the next episode, let's go back to Pro Career, why not? In the next episode, we will take our wonderfully named character and race at Chateau Halifax. And if you notice, it says we'll need second place to advance to the next round. After a few races, if we're doing really, really well and the other racers aren't doing near as well, it'll make it easier for us to continue on to the rest of the races themselves. But if you notice, there's only 11 races here. That's because it's the Nationals. So, with that being said, we'll actually, let's take a look at some of the names. Snowman, Travis, Jamie with a C. I don't know why there's a random C there, but maybe we'll figure it out. And Danny. I actually don't know if it shows you like the individual names while you're racing, but I know ATV Offroad Fury 2 does that. And I think it'll be kind of a curious thing to have some rivals, quote-unquote, in the game. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play ATV Offroad Fury 1. In the next episode, we'll go to Chateau Halifax and be introduced to one of the more harder tracks, in my opinion, starting out this game itself. And until then, keep being awesome. This is Braxton, writing out.